Okay. This bad boy is WiModem232, which is an RS-232 interface to a WiModem, and which is a... I'll just leave that. You can Google that up. WiModem232. So these come with a female plug, and they're wired DCE. They're meant to act like a modem. So this is what a modem would have: is a female 25-pin plug wired as a wired DCE, and that would be meant to plug right into a computer, or more realistically, this would be plugged into a computer, and this would be the other end, and this would go onto a modem, and that's why that's 25-pin male. So for Model 100, though, we need a couple of things. We need a gender changer, because the Model 100 also has a female plug, so you can't plug a female onto a female. And ideally, it would be good to have a 90-degree adapter so that the Y modem wasn't sticking out like that. That's just a recipe for being stressed and breaking the pins, or breaking the board, or stressing the plug on the motherboard in the Model 100. So if you had a 90-degree adapter to hold it like that, that would be better. One, you could see the LED, which is an indicator that says, what's going on, if it's connecting online, offline, doing a firmware update. It has a bunch of colors that LED shows depending on what's going on. And then if you get the OLED version, there's more stuff that displays on the screen. So if it's up like this, that would be better. So that's what this does. It does the gender changer and flipping the thing up. And the gender changer does not merely move the pins straight across. It has to move pin 1 on this connector is way over here on the other side of this 14. It's here. You can see the 1 down there on the right hand. That's pin 1 on this connector. See if I can get this to stand up. That's pin 1. So, and that same pin 1 on this connector would be here, which is all the way over here. So this takes all the pins that matter to RS-232, including carrier detect and ring indicator, as well as all the hardware flow control lines and TX and RX, and translates them from across. Actually, you can see some of them. You can just barely see some of the traces here that they going across. So it's not quite as simple as it looks. And then just by putting one on the edge and one mounted normally, it makes a nice 90-degree connector. And you can install it 2 different ways. So if the board is bare with if it's a bare board with no housing like this one, no housing like that, you can connect it this way, and it's right up against the Model 100. If you have the housing, this housing falls apart. Some guy on eBay is selling these, and he's printed them, and the printing it came out pretty good. It's not all warped, but it doesn't hold itself together, and it's very annoying. So you shouldn't sell it if it's not going to work right. you know, with the housing on there, it takes up a little more room. It can't be so close to the machine. But you can flip the adapter around. You can install it either way. It doesn't matter which way you install it, which way you connect it. It does the same connections from one connector to the other. So plenty of room for the housing when you do it like that. And let's see, let's get our, about this one. That same BCR port can power the Y modem. The Y modem draws a bit more power. It's 60 or it's on the order of 80 or so milliamps. Actually, let's see. Let's just well, I guess. Yeah, 90, almost 90. And that's when it's idle. It's not doing any serial traffic right now. It's a modem. It connects on Wi-Fi. It is connected to Wi-Fi. I've previously set up my access point, so when it powers on, it automatically connects to my access point. So it is drawing power actively right now because it's connected to my access point. So the Wi-Fi module is active. But it's not active in the sense that it's not connected to a Telnet BBS doing actual, it's not downloading a file. That bright is super light, and you can so the stock the Y modem, when you power it on, it's set to do 300 baud. Let's get rid of the meter. I don't need that anymore. Okay. So 3, 8, and 1B. Okay, we need to put it on 300 baud. The rest of the settings are fine. 8-bit is fine, no parity, one stop, and the stat line disabled. So, so now I can go into terminal mode, and there we are. And I haven't found out if there's a way to set this as a saved setting. I'm guessing there probably is some way to do this, but I always want to turn the LED off. Even when you put the LED at its lowest setting, AT star LED 1, that's the lowest level you can put the LED brightness. It's still kind of too bright. So, and in this case with the OLED screen, you don't really need it because the OLED screen itself says the information, about the call, about the status of the session. So, I just turn it right off. And really, I think it was silly to buy the OLED version of this Y modem, because I think those modules, those OLED modules, I think they draw 15 to 20 milliamps all by themselves, or around 15 milliamps all by themselves. That's 15 out of 85, 90. That's a good chunk. That would be great if it drew that much less power, you know, because it doesn't do anything you need to do. I mean, if you need information about the module or you need to control it, you have a terminal. It's a terminal. It's a serial device. It's already a terminal which does nothing but show text and accept commands. So, yeah, it wasn't really necessary. You know, I don't think it's that big of a deal to be able to see, like, you know, your Wi-Fi bar levels, you know, signal strength, really. But there you go. You get these things. You have to get these on AliExpress. Some you can get on Amazon, but some particular combinations of which direction this 90 degrees goes and which direction this 90 degree goes and how long it is. Some combinations it's hard to get on Amazon. You have to go to AliExpress. Then you can get everything, but you might have to wait, you know, a month for it. But Amazon has some of the same ones, and I think this one came from Amazon, so those ship a bit faster. And what's that? Can't get it to focus.